Good morning, Class 4-3. Mr. Waterman here with today's Language Arts lesson in Period 1 on Thursday, March 18th, 2021. We are going to have a grammar lesson in Period 1. Your Period 2 lesson, you will have a bonus mathematics lesson with Miss Harris this week. The same lesson that Class 4-2 will have today. Let's get started. So we started talking about prepositions and prepositional phrases. Let's review. We learned that a preposition comes before a noun or pronoun and relates that noun or pronoun to another word in a sentence. We also learned common prepositions are about, above, across, after, around, at, behind, down, for, from, in, near, of, on, over, to, under, and with. The direction said, complete each sentence by adding a preposition. So we did the first three together the other day. Let's go over the answers for the rest of them on page 179. Number 4. Only the family knew about Orv and Will's plans. You could also say, only the family knew of Orv and Will's plans. Number 5. There was no place around their home where they could fly a plane. Number 6. Flying above Kitty Hawk grounds was a good idea. Okay? You could also use around. That works here as well. There we go. Number 7. Orv and Will's plane flew above the ground. You could also use over. Number 8. Catherine took her first ride almost 6 years after the first flight. 9. Riding on an early plane was dangerous. You could also use in. 10. I like the wind in my hair. 11. The plane landed on the field. And number 12. He left the plans on the floor. Okay, so there are your answers for page 179. When you're finished, turn to page 180. On page 180, we learned that a prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun. The directions told us to underline the prepositional phrases in the following sentences. We did 3 together. Let's continue with number 4. In their letters, they told her everything they were doing. In is the preposition, their letters. In their letters is the prepositional phrase. 5. Will said that Kitty Hawk was a safe place for practice. Number 6. The world had never before seen a craft fly in the air. Number 7. First, they controlled their aircraft from the ground. Number 8. They came home to Dayton with a new idea. With a new idea is our prepositional phrase. Number 9, Orv and Will worked from day to night. From day to night. 10, they had their friend Charlie build an engine for their new aircraft. For their new aircraft. Number 11, it could not be assembled in our shop. In our shop. Number 12, the first flight of the flyer was made by Will. Okay, so now we have 2 prepositional phrases here. So if you remember, or no, actually 1, of. So it's going to be of the flyer. Number 13, they wrote ideas on paper. Number 14, the brothers rode into town. Number 15, people flocked to the field. And number 16, the flights were printed in the newspapers. Okay? So there are all of our prepositional phrases. And please remember, we have a lot of different prepositions here that we can use. Okay? Now on to today's lesson on pages 181 and 182. On page 181, we are reviewing mechanics and reviewing using quotation marks. Point 1, it says use quotation marks at the beginning and end of a person's exact words. Point 2, begin a quotation with a capital letter. Point 3, begin a new paragraph each time a new person speaks. For the directions, it says rewrite this passage correctly. Add quotation marks and capital letters where needed. Begin new paragraphs whenever necessary. Please listen as I read the paragraph, and please feel free to read along. What are you making, Rashid? I'm making a paper airplane, Papa, but I can't get it to fly, said Rashid. It looks good, but maybe you need to make the wings longer, his father answered. Okay, Papa. What else? Well, your grandmother used to open a little space in the middle of the plane for air to travel through. Now, let's see what happens. Hey, it's flying, Papa, yelled Rashid. Okay, so the first thing we are going to need to do, we're going to need to capitalize the W in what? Okay, because Papa is speaking, we need to put quotation marks at the start of, what are you making, Rashid? Okay, so I'm going to begin writing. What are you making, Rashid? And I'm going to put the in quotation marks, and I'm going to add, asked Papa. Okay, next. I'm making a paper airplane. Papa, but I can't get it to fly, said Rashid. And now I'm going to put my in quotation marks after fly. Okay? We'll do one more together. Again, we need to capitalize the I. And Papa is speaking, so we need quotation marks again. It looks good, but maybe you need to make the wings longer. In quotation marks, and his father answered. And I'm going to stop there. I will have you continue to go through the paragraph and make the necessary connections. Okay? We will go over the rest in tomorrow's language arts lesson. Once you have finished, please turn to page 182. Page 182, it says, read the interview below. Then rewrite each line by switching the preposition in each underlined phrase with the correct one from another sentence. Now please listen as I read each sentence. 1. Captain Riley, what do you like most inside exploring space? 2. I like the feeling that I am about another world. It's exciting. 3. What is your job to the space shuttle? 4. I help the other crew members with repairs from the ship. 5. What can kids learn for exploring space? 6. Exploring space can help kids above their science and math classes. 7. Do you have any advice in our audience? 8. Yes, there is a whole world with you kids. Discover it. Now, let's do a few together. 1. Captain Riley, what do you like most? I'm going to switch inside and say about exploring space. So let's write it. Captain Riley, what do you like most about exploring space? Number 2, I like the feeling that I am inside another world. It's exciting. So let's write it. I like the feeling that I am inside another world. It's exciting. Okay? And that's how you switch them up. Please do numbers 3 through 8 on your own, and we will check the answers tomorrow. That's it for today's Period 1 Language Arts lesson, students. Please enjoy the mathematics lesson in Period 2, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, and be well. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to email Mr. Waterman. Have a great day studying. Bye-bye for now.